Act like a boss, not like a bitch.
My goal is to meet as many people on this planet as possible, people that are positive, people that have more time to create than to be critical, more time to hustle than they have to hate, and they want to actually add strategy and techniques that are proven to grow their business so that they can take care of their family and their church.
I love my job. You know, my job is a teacher. I'm a teacher. And unlike the teachers I had, remember Mr. Webb. He was a good dude, by the way. R.L. Webb. I still remember him today. He was boring, though. You know? He was probably bored. I know, I've been bored almost my whole life. And my whole life I've been interested in this subject. And I know I talk about it a lot. I get accused of talking about it too much. But the one thing I don't get accused of is having too much. At least I don't accuse myself of that. Because I don't think a person can have enough money. Because every time I get enough, I just end up giving it to charities anyway. And I find the more money I have, the more money I'm able to give to the people that I love and care for, and the institutions and the charities I love and care for. So you guys that are hating on money all the time, or you got a friend or a mentor or an influencer or some smart guy, and there's a lot of smarter guys than me, I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, the world is filled with smarter people than me. But my whole life, I have worried about boredom and worried about this subject right here. Flippity flap. Flippity flap. I remember my grandfather. He either had a roll this big. He was the rubber band guy, okay? And he would have a rubber band around it, and he'd keep it in one pocket. And he'd be loaded like that. He'd either have a wad like this, and he'd pull it out in the middle of a movie and just start counting it. Dang, 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 dang. I'm like, how much he got, man? That's a lot of money. How much money's right here? What do y'all think? Okay, I got a handful. I got about 3/4 of an inch of 20s, and the rest is honeys. So, look, I just want to talk to you about money for a second. Are you paying attention to it? Are you looking at it? Are you counting it? Have you done the math on it? Have you looked at how you've been programmed to have it or not have it? Most people have been programmed not to have it. I remember I used to read this little cartoon, Richie Rich. You probably remember the Richie Rich, a little blonde-headed white kid. He's about this tall. His plumbing had gold. Y'all remember the Richie Rich dude? Okay, I don't know what his dad was. His dad was rich. I don't know what his dad, Richie Rich, did, but I know this. He had a lot of money, and this Richie Rich kid had the mentality of never worried about money. Everywhere he went, he saw gold, and he saw prosperity, and he saw affluence, and he had everything he wanted. And then there was me. And we didn't have everything we wanted, okay? And we were worried about money all the time. I mean, we had air conditioning, heater, and food, and schooling, and bicycles, and the stuff that some countries would make me rich. There's third world countries out there. Kids have never seen a bicycle, never had heating, never had plumbing, never had a toilet, never had maybe a steak. Things that we take for granted every day. Never had a cold carton of milk. And so in many ways, I was brought up lower middle class, but to some people, I was probably rich, Richie Rich. But I didn't know about those people that didn't have anything when I was growing up. I just knew that my mom was terrified about money every second of every day. And when I went to high school and in business classes, my first business classes, and then went on in college to spend 5 years in college studying accounting and getting a master's in business. Not a master's in business. I didn't get a master's in business. I got a business degree. I was a master in nothing. I remember getting out of college with an accounting degree and could not balance a checkbook, didn't know the difference between an asset and a liability, didn't know how to run a profit and loss statement, didn't know how to control the top 1 inch of a profit and loss statement. And if you'd have asked me what was more important, the most important part of a profit and loss statement, I wouldn't have known what to tell you. I knew nothing. But I did know one thing. I wanted to learn about money. And because I was so scared about money because of the way I was brought up, the mentality around my house was because we didn't know how to get new money, we had to save the money that we had. Save for a rainy day, you know, a penny saved is a penny earned, and money doesn't grow on trees, but I didn't know where it grew. I didn't know how it was manufactured, how it was created. How can I get some? Why would I save it? How do I earn it? How long does it take to multiply it? I knew nothing about money. And so for the past 25 years, maybe 30 years now, I've been studying money. How do I get it? How do I keep it? Now, what do I do with it? I was 33 years old when I was 33 years old when a man told me, he said to me, hey Grant, you know how to make money now. You've learned how to make money. You're putting money together. Your business is working. Now you have to learn how to get money to make money. And that's the first time I'd ever heard that. How do I get money to make money? And I went out and started reading books on money. I read a book about other people's money. I read books about how banks make money. I read books about how people made money. I read about the Rockefellers and the Morgans and the Vanderbilts and all these people that had created these massive, massive wealths before there was an Instagram or an internet, and before you had access to Elon Musk and Bill Gates and Melinda Gates and the Oprahs of the world and people becoming billionaires and the Jay-Z's. And today we look around, like people are being made into billionaires. Mark Zuckerberg at 26 years old is a billionaire. Like none of this was available when I was growing up. Now the potential, the possibility for somebody to be extremely wealthy. I think last week Elon Musk's net worth went up $8 billion. We have two guys running for president. Donald Trump, a billionaire. Michael Bloomberg is worth $69 billion. He could burn Donald Trump's money up. He probably will, by the way. He'll burn Donald Trump's net worth running for the presidential office. Spent $300 million in the first 3 weeks of his run for presidency. He spent more money, Mike Bloomberg has spent more money than all the Democrats combined and Donald Trump's campaign to date in 3 weeks. It's freaking unbelievable. And it moved him from 0 points in the polls to 15 points as of this morning. Money works, folks, okay? And what you don't know about it will work against you, and what you do know about it can work against you. And I know it worked against me. I didn't have money. I spent once I learned how to make money, I literally did not know what to do with it. So I started collecting data about money, and I started learning from the places where I was comfortable, which is your surroundings, your environment. And in my surroundings, I was told, don't waste money, don't play with money, save money, put money in the bank, get some money, bring it to the bank, get some money, bring it to the bank, get some money, bring it to the bank, go out and work, get some money, bring it to the bank. And that's what I kept doing. I'm like, wait a minute, dude, I'm feeding the bank. And I was reading this book one day and learned that when I give the money to the bank, when I take the money and put it in the bank, they take the money, convert it to digits. I did not know this. And then they pushed it out into the system and lent it 9 and 10 times. I was like, whoa, they don't even keep the money I give them. So everybody was telling me, come on in, Peter. Everybody was telling me, save your money, save your money, save your money, save your money, save your money. My mom was telling me, save your money. My mama was just telling me what her husband, my father, Yeah, this is the one I want. Let's see this one. Oh yeah, that works. So I'm gonna have a cigar while we have this little conversation. It's my first cigar in the studio. Been wanting to have one with you guys for a long time. Me and No Two. It's No Two behind me, by the way. I don't like the way that sounds. Why's all my shit? That sounds good. And it's cold too. It's cold before it's hot. Okay, so look, I know a bunch of you are going to want my belt. Okay, the belt's not for sale. We do not have it in the store. It is an appropriate thing for this message about money, though. Very appropriate. Let me see if I can undo this back here. Nobody can help me, of course. God damn, I'm stunt man, main man, bitch man, director, producer, writer. I do it all. I do it all. Money. We're talking about the money game. The money game. Money game. Money. Most of you don't know where the saying came from. Don't be a little bitch. Probably the most famous saying, other than who's got my money. Grant Cardone. Success is my duty. Who's got my money? And don't be a little bitch. Okay? Success is my duty. I'm known for that saying. Who's got my money? And don't be a little bitch. I need to make a confession to everybody out there. I have been a bitch, a little bitch, around money for most of my life. I spent 20 years, biggest mistake I made. I spent 20 years taking money, working my ass off, going to get the stacks of money, stacking it up, racks on racks. Is that Lil Wayne? Yeah. And then taking the money, taking that money. Where's all my shit, man? They got shit everywhere. Where's my cigars at, man?
Right there.
Huh? No, that's not mine. That's empty. There it is. Taking money, man, working my ass off, traveling all over the country, man. 3 million miles. Probably put 3 million miles on my shelf. Beautiful cigar, by the way. Cohiba. Siglo 2. What's your favorite? Please no lectures about the cigars, okay? Please, I don't need a lecture. I'm a goddamn grown man. Grown man, no lectures, please. Save them for somebody else. I ain't gonna listen to you anyway. So, this whole thing on the money game, right? I've been going out, earning this stuff. I knew better, too. I knew the whole time I knew better than this. Take the money, bring it to the bank, and then one day I realized, dude, the bank doesn't even keep the money you give them. Why do you keep working your ass off for the bank? That's what my mom did. That's what my dad did. That's what my sisters did. That's what my grandfathers did. They went and bust their ass. Hard labor jobs in most cases, put themselves at risk, traded time for money, and then took the money, gave it to the bank, and what did the bank do? The bank got rid of it. The bank went and lent it out into the marketplace. And then one day I woke up, I was 50 years old, and woke up and said, what the hell am I thinking? You're taking your money, trading time for money, and then you take that money and give it to the bank so the bank can lend it out and get rich. Who owns all the real estate in this country? The banks. The insurance companies, the life insurance companies, okay? The big mega wealth, Goldman Sachs and the Blackstones. Blackstone's got $1.6 trillion in cash right now. And they don't want it in cash. They want to put it to work. This is what you've been doing with your money. Literally. That's what you've been doing with your money. Burning it. You've been burning your money. Look at it, just burning up like burning. I ought to throw the whole stack in here, but I'm not because I still value the money. It's hard to make this money. Don't be a little bitch. Boss up. Get your money invested, okay? Some of you are gonna say, man, you're wasting money on cigars. I'm wasting money right there too. I'm wasting money right there too, and you are too. This was a demonstration to you that I hope you never forget. You are burning your money up by putting it in the bank. You're putting your money at risk by putting in a 401k, an IRA, a mutual fund, sitting in stocks. You don't even know whether these companies will exist in the future. The average company in America lasts 7 to 8 years today, not 80 years like they used to. Some of the biggest companies on this planet are going to go out of business while you're alive, and you're going to be invested in them. But most people, most of the middle class doesn't actually invest because you actually know you're going to get trapped. So what do? You take your money, throw it in the bank, throw it in the trash can. Cash is trash, just remember that. This cigar, this $50 cigar is worth more money than those $100 bills right there. Get your money to work.